So the theory here is we've got a question here. Okay, and the theory is that we've got to collect like terms, and remember that m times n, or let's change the letters so I can pronounce them better. R times S is the same as S times R. You know, if they were unknowns, they're different numbers. 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. Should be okay with that. So here we've got to identify which are like terms. So he can identify the two like terms that are there. There's some like terms there, there's some unlike terms there. All right. Michaela, do you want to tell me what the like terms might be?
8m squared n and m squared n.
Yeah, and I'd like us to be pronouncing plus the positive m squared n. Okay, just so I'm knowing that you understand that this goes with whatever comes afterwards. All right, that's really important. So you are right, and you don't have to do this line, but I think for some of you it may actually help you not miss them or not get so confused. So this line here you don't necessarily have to do, but what I'm suggesting is when you seem to put them together and you see them together, often that makes it a little bit easier to see. All right. So let's imagine these here are oranges. They're all the same. You've got 8 oranges. How many oranges you got here, Jared? 1. 8 plus 1 leaves you with 9 m squared n. We can't do anything with this, all of this I mean, because these aren't the same as this. Or are they? What's your verdict there? Alan's nodding her head. What do we consider? Is this the same? Is this the same, sorry? Have a looking at this. Is this the same as this? Jaden?
Yeah.
It is the same, isn't it? The squaring's on the m, and the squaring's on the m, and the squaring's on the m. So that's all the same. They're just in different order. So again, I'll reinforce. If we were to know that m is 2 and n is 3, okay, you comfortable with what I'm doing here, everybody? Yep. If I grabbed this version, m squared n, I square 2 and I times by 3. 2 squared is 4 times 3 will equal 12. Is everybody comfortable with that? Yep. If I grab this one, nm squared, n times m squared, my n is 3, and I'm timesing that by my m, which is 2 squared, 3 times 4, whoops, still equals 12. Okay? So in fact, what you've got here is a like term, a like term, and a like term. But on first looking at it, you possibly don't see that. How could we simplify this, Toby?
3m squared n.
3m squared n. And it doesn't matter what order you put it in, 3m squared n. Generally we put it in alphabetical order. So m comes before n. Okay? That's right. That's right as well. Okay? So for someone, Jared Island, hopefully that makes sense. Okay? Any questions with that one? No? It's a bit of a tricky one, that one. I'll go through this one a little bit quicker and this one a little bit quicker as well, but they vary in degree of difficulty. So do we have some like terms there? We have rs squared, s squared, r squared s. This one here, is it the same as this one here and this one here, Ellen? No, it's not. 10 rs squared plus 3 rs squared, Ellen?
13
rs squared, take 6r squared s, Jessel. What can I do now?
Do you just take it?
Can I?
No. Do you
Why
plus
not?
it? 'Cause they're not the same.
They're not the same, so you can't do anything. End of story. Okay? That's as simple as it'll get. So we just leave it at that. Alright? The moment these aren't the same, try and use my analogy. I've got 13 apples and I'm trying to take 6 oranges away from it. I can't take oranges away from an apple group, so They're different, so we can't do anything with it. We'll leave it at that. Jared.
On question 4, it tells us to spread it all out and then like
Expand it and then.
expand it. But
I'm happy with this process.
okay.
If you understand this
Yeah.
process.
It's-
The next one being 12m squared n squared. You know, we could go on. I won't try and pronounce them all. Who can collect? Jared O'Donoghue, can you collect some like terms there for me? Tell me what some like terms are.
12m squared, n squared, 4m squared, n squared, and...
No, just stop there. How could you rephrase that? 12m
minus 4.
minus, that belongs to that, minus 4m squared n squared. Good. Now what?
Plus mn squared on top of this.
Okay, how would you change that, Jared?
minus 2mn squared plus mn squared.
That's right. So you just, you got to be mindful, and you'll probably do it in your book, but up here is a bit different. So we have 12m squared n squared, take 4m squared n squared. Should leave us with 8m squared n squared. And then we've got negative 2, and we're adding 1. Negative 2 on our number line, we're adding 1, will leave us with what, Cam?
Minus 2m squared, minus 3m squared, sorry.
Okay. Who agrees with that, or who disagrees with that? Yep. So on our number line, if we have 0 there, we have 1 there, we have minus 1 there, we have minus 2 there. Yeah, on our number line. We're starting at plus 1, and we're taking 2, or we're minusing 2, we're adding 1, so we're at minus 2, and we add 1, we end up at minus 1. Yep. So we're at minus 2, we're adding 1 there. So we're at minus 1, we can put that there. What else could we do, Cam? What else could we do with that? Just maybe get rid of the 1 there.
Yeah.
Yep, so 8m squared, n squared, take m, n squared. So that's right, that just reads a bit better. Is there anything you'd change there, Jess?
No.
No, because there's not a squared up here, so they're different, aren't they? Cool. Alright, next up. So are there questions with that? You okay with that? There's some basic rules there you've got to flow into everything else. Alright? Next one has a few brackets to it. Remember, everything outside the brackets gets multiplied by that which is inside. Okay? And so here, we're timesing 2 by A, and then 2, or positive 2, times positive B. Okay? So first off, positive 2 times positive A, Jared?
2a.
2A. And then positive 2 times positive B, Jess? 2B, and because you said 2B, you didn't say negative 2B. Because you said 2B, it's a plus there. Yeah? Can we simplify that at all, Michaela?
No, because they're not like
They're different. They're unlike. That's right. So that's relatively easy. All right. This one becomes a little bit more troublesome. Riley, what's our first step there?
To times the 3 with the 5.
That wouldn't be my first step.
Plus. Is it minus 5x plus 3, which is...
Yeah, how'd you get minus 5x though? What'd you do there?
Minus 5x, because it's 5 times x, which is...
It's minus 5 times x? Yeah, that's right. So it's this, minus 5 times by whatever's here, and it's a positive here, isn't it? Positive and a negative makes a negative. 5 times x is 5x. Okay, so I'd start with that. What would you now do, Jared Island?
Minus 5 times minus 3.
Excellent. Minus 5 times minus 3. A minus and a minus makes a positive. 5 times 3 is 15. Can we simplify that at all? No. Alright. Good. Okay. Carrying the 3 threads over or threads of learning. Okay, so this one, Jessel, I'll let you do this one,
3 times n.
which equals
3m.
3m. Awesome.
And then the plus 3 minus 4.
Plus 3 times the minus 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, plus 3 times the minus 4. What does that give us? We'll do our signs first.
Is it minus 12?
Yes, it is minus 12. A plus and a negative makes a negative. 3 times 4 is 12, and that's where Jess got her minus 12 from. Alright, 3m take 12. Stay with it, please. We're nearly finished. There's some important rules here that you need to try and apply. Jess Manners, you can do this one, please.
5y times 1.
5y times 1 gives you 5y, yeah. 5y, good. So you've done that one. And now what do you have to do? Or think about?
Y minus 3y.
5y times minus 3y. Yeah. So we do the signs first. What's in front of the 5y?
Plus.
It's a plus. Plus times a negative.
Is it negative?
Negative. 5 times 3.
It's 15.
Y times y
Y.
is y squared. Do you understand why it's y squared? Jared, you understand why it's y squared? Jaden, you understand why it's y squared? Yep, cool. Can we simplify that at all, Jess?
No.
No. We'll leave it at that. Okay. So there's a series of understandings that you need to take from all of that. Alright? When you get there, or if you're there now, understand that there's a times between all of these, between the brackets and the number out in front. There's a multiplication sign. Do the signs first, then do the numbers, then do the letters. Okay? Then I'll come around to assist you. So what you're doing here is you're using all the rules that we've had in place. Okay? So it's nothing different. Question 6, page 85. So it's no different to what we've done. So what you're using here is BEDMAS, essentially, and you're all pretty confident in using BEDMAS now. We're doing our brackets first. Okay, so this just comes straight down. 3 plus, and we'll worry about it later. But initially what we want to do is simplify this. Okay? Positive 2 times by, remember there's a times there, positive 2 times by x. That'll give us positive 2x or plus 2x. You all comfortable with that? Yep. And then positive 2 times positive 4. A positive and a positive makes a positive. 2 times 4 gives you 8. Okay, so we're doing this bit first. Yeah? Alright. Then we're trying to collect like terms. And what are some like terms there, Ellen?
3 and 8.
Positive 3 and positive 8. Yeah? Positive 3 plus 8 gives us positive 11. And plus 2x. Well, we can't do anything with that, but we leave it as positive 2x. Where you get yourself in trouble is if you don't keep taking the sign with that which comes after it. Alright, because we're starting to get some negatives in here. If you don't take the sign with what comes with it, then you'll get yourselves in a little trouble. You'll have, oh, why is it a negative? I thought it was a positive, and vice versa, okay? So I'm trying to drum that into you. So are there any questions with that, or can I explain that better? Shall I maybe do it one more time quickly, all in one hit? Whoops, write it out properly to start with. And this is going to finish soon. 2x plus 4. Okay, so remember there's a times in there. We take that down. 2 times x is 2x, plus 2 times 4 is 8. 3 plus 8 are our like terms, and it becomes 11 plus 2x. Yeah? This one here, same deal. This gets done first. 7, leave it there. Positive 2 times x is positive 2x. Positive 2 times negative 3, a positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 3 is 6. Collect like terms, 7